Good evening, visitors. Welcome to the Australian War Memorial's last post ceremony. My name is Craig Burrell, and joining us today from the Royal Australian Navy is Midshipman James Benage. We welcome the veterans who have served, those that are still serving, and the families that love and support them. We acknowledge the members of RSL and Services Clubs Association, RSL Victoria and RSL Queensland, who are watching the broadcast of this ceremony across Australia. During this evening's ceremony, wreaths will be laid at the base of the pool of reflection by visitors to the memorial. If you are able, please stand and join in singing the national anthem. The Australian War Memorial was the vision of Charles Bean, Australia's First World War official historian. Bean landed with the Australian troops on Gallipoli and stayed with them at the front through to the end of the war. The idea of this national memorial and museum came to him at Pozières, France, in the depths of the bloody fighting of 1916. Bean's idea was that this would be a place where families and friends could mourn their loved ones buried in faraway places. It would also be a place that could help all Australians understand what these men and women had endured and what they had done for us. Bean's vision, to which we remain true, is best expressed as inscribed in the entrance to the memorial's galleries. Here is their spirit, in the hearts of the land they loved, and here we guard the record which they themselves made. Tonight, we will read the story behind just one of those on the Roll of Honour, which lists the names of more than 102,000 men and women who have given their lives for us in war and on operations for more than a century. But first, we present a lament, Flowers of the Forest. Wreaths or floral tributes will now be laid at the base of the pool of reflection.
Today, we remember and pay tribute to Private Percy Ernest Barber. Percy Barber was born on the 7th of August 1907 in the Sydney suburb of Hornsby, the son of Harold and Kathleen Barber. He presumably grew up in Sydney, attending state school before going on to work as a gardener. On the 23rd of May 1941, Percy Barber enlisted for service with the 2nd Australian Imperial Force at the recruiting depot in Martin Place in Sydney. Within a few days, he had joined the 5th Training Battalion in Tamworth, but Barber's military career would be cut short by illness. On the 28th of May, less than a week after enlisting, Barber was evacuated to Murrurundi Hospital, suffering from what was described as hysteria. He was discharged and rejoined his unit in early June, but later in the month, a medical board determined that he was suffering from epilepsy and was declared unfit for duty. While Barber was not immediately discharged, he was not committed to a unit, and although he was found absent without leave on a few occasions, he was reprimanded rather than being fined or being confined to barracks. On the 9th of July 1941, Private Percy Barber died as a result of an epileptic fit. His service record notes that this event was caused by scarring of the surface of the brain, an incident that had taken place a year ago. Today, his remains lie buried at West Tamworth Cemetery. His name is listed on the Roll of Honour on my left, among almost 40,000 Australians who died while serving in the Second World War. A photograph of his headstone is displayed today beside the Pool of Remembrance reflection. This is but one of the many stories of service and sacrifice told here at the Australian War Memorial. We now remember Private Percy Ernest Barber, who gave his life for us, for our freedoms, and in the hope of a better world.
We shall grow not old, they shall grow not old, as we the left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We'll remember them.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget. We leave you this evening with the words of the memorial's founder, Charles Bean. Many a man lying out there at Pozieres or in the low scrub at Gallipoli with his poor, tired senses barely working through the fever of his brain. has thought in his last moments, well, it's over. But in Australia, they will be proud of this. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the last post ceremony. On behalf of the Director and staff, thank you for visiting the Australian War Memorial today and for your continued support for the Memorials Development Project, during the Memorials Development Project. We wish you all a very pleasant evening. Thank you.